G'day Stampers, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Fraser Coast, Australia. Today I thought I'd share with you a card I created using the pressed petals specialty Washi tape. Now you've probably seen these in the catalogue on page 125. They're extra special because they are flower petals. When you pull them off, they will be a petal of a flower. And not only that, once you pull them off and go to use them, they do form their own shape. So you don't even have to shape the flower. But then in saying that, you've probably seen it all around the internet anyhow. So this is the card where we want to use both the tapes. I love this tape. It's like a tape measure, and it's crumb cake, soft suede. Looks like early espresso is in it as well. So it goes from crumb cake through to early espresso. Well, I'm saying it is. So this is the card we're going to be creating. It's an easy one, but the flower and the tape says it all. Okay, so let's get on with the show. So I've grabbed a piece of not Whisper White, very vanilla cardstock, and we're gonna put a couple of strips of tape down the left hand side of our piece of very vanilla. Now you can just rip this off, but I just sometimes like to cut it off. So when I want all these numbers to be facing the way the card's going to be facing, downwards, and not only that, I'm going to randomly place this tape because I don't want all my numbers to line up in a row. I want them to appear randomly. So we'll bring that down a little bit. I want them to sort of appear on the card a little bit randomly, just like that. So that's all we're going to do. Just carefully pick that up. You can trim this tape off, or you can just tuck it behind. I usually just tuck it behind. It's just as easy, making sure that it's nice and straight. Then I'm just going to trim that side because it's going to annoy the hell out of me, only because I didn't go over far enough. That's okay. Then we're going to grab our scoring tool, and to finish it off, I'm going to put a couple of scored lines down here, down the side. So what we're going to do is turn it over, flip it over onto the wrong side, and we're going to start at about 1.5 inches. I only know that because I've checked it previously. You can check it there. So that's where the tape finishes, and you're going to make your first score at 1.5. So I'm just going to do 3 lines down there, and they're 1/8 of an inch apart. So it's 1.5, 1 5/8, 1 3/4. And once that's done, I'm then going to try and stamp our sentiment. Now the sentiment is from what's it from? The Butterfly Gala, and I'm using Hello Beautiful. I have stamped birthday wishes on the original card, but I thought we might just change it up. And this card will be going into the mail to some lucky person. No names, no court martials. So I want it to be a surprise. So all I do is I stamp on scrap paper first, and then, knowing me, I will do this onto the correct one, and I will do it crooked, but fingers crossed. So we'll just put that about there. And my golly, it's straight. Wonders will never cease. So once that's done, I'm happy with that. Then we're going to come in with a circle. Now I've punched this with the 3/4 inch punch, 3/4 inch circle punch, because that's what we want to put our petals onto. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that at the bottom of the petal, and to stop it from sticking, I'm just going to rub over my embossing buddy. This is one I've made, and I'm just going to put the petal right down there. Now we'll continue with, I should have done a couple of these beforehand, but that's okay. Just stick that down like that, and already you can see our flower or our petals starting to form. As I said, they do have their own, they will form by themselves, so you don't have to do any shaping whatsoever. And I'm holding the bottom with my finger so that the buddy doesn't go on. But if it does and it's not sticky, all you need to do is add a little bit of glue at the bottom just to stick it. Make sure it's nice and sticky. One, two, three, four, five. So this is going to be a real full flower, but that's okay. It'll just look a lot better as a fuller flower. And we'll do one more. This, I will admit, creating these flowers is quite addictive. You can't just stop at one. So that's that one, and I think we'll do another one, another row, I think, just to see how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick these in between the bottom layers, just like that. Actually, I'll put that one there. I just find using the embossing buddy, is a lot, saves a lot of time with trying to get rid of the sticky part on the back of the tape. You know, you can use whatever you like. I might bring that in a little bit. You can use whatever you like, but I just find the embossing buddy just a lot more easier. Bring that in, and we might do one more. We'll see how another one looks. We don't have to use it. No, I think that'll be enough. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe the embossed bit off there. Not the embossed, the white powder. And then once that's done, fluff these up a little bit. Although you can fluff them up once. Now see, that's not sticking. So all I'm going to do, just put a little bit of Tombow right in the middle like that, and that will stick it down. Then all I'm going to do is grab a dimensional, put it on the back, but before I do that, I always like to, if I have anything to pop up, I always like to build my card up and then put the pop-up part onto my base card. So the base card is Rich Razzleberry. Put that on so that it's nice even edge or border around it. Take off our sticky lid, stick that about there. I'm just going to fluff these out a little bit. They will fluff out of their own accord over time, but we'll just help it a little bit just so that you can see what it looks like all fluffed out. Then what we're going to do is, what I've actually done is I've stamped 3 leaves from the Perennial Essence stamp set. I just like these leaves, and I've used the leaf punch. I've got powder all over the place. Leaf punch to punch them out. Now the leaves are in Old Olive, but you can use any colour you like. I just tend to go for Old Olive for some reason. And all I'm doing is putting a little bit of glue on the bottom of the leaf. And we might put one about there, I think. That looks pretty good to me. That's our card there. Then I'm going to grab some gold faceted gems, and we're going to go with the big one, and we're going to stick that smack bang in the middle like that. I'm just going to work these petals out a little bit. I don't know why, because they'll go flat in the envelope anyhow. Then we're going to grab some smaller ones. Might put one right there. It's a big decision when you're doing these gems. And we might put one there. And that is simple. I'll just put a mark on there. I'll be blowed, eh? I might have to put another gem now. That's all right. Another one there. So we might put one down there. A little bit overboard, but that's okay. There's always ways of hiding mistakes. Now, I thought while we're doing that, well, I thought I had a piece of just bear with me. Here it is. I've grabbed another piece of Fairy Vanilla, and And what I'm going to do for the inside, I'm going to actually put a piece of tape down the inside of the card. Oh, on this piece of Very Vanilla, but I think I might leave a small edge. Just give it a little bit of a different look. Tuck that under. Put a little bit of Tombow on the back of it. Grab our card. Put that inside again, making sure it's nice and even around the edges. So that's our side, and I've grabbed a Very Vanilla envelope, and once again we're going to put a little bit of tape down the side of it, just so it's all matchy-matchy. I like everything matchy-matchy. And I'm just going to fix this up a little bit. I can't trim the envelope. Yep. And we'll just trim that off. And that is our card. Very easy, very simple, and probably takes all of about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do your card. Okay, thanks for that. Appreciate you joining me. See ya. Hooray.